Hey, what's going on, guys? Shebe here, and today we're back with another video. This one is by Thomas Sanders, Standard Sides, behind the scenes Q&A. Now, I can't believe I haven't done this video before, but apparently I missed one. So we're going to fix that and get right on into it. So let's get our headphones on and let's get watching. 3, 2, 1, let's react.
Take a look at my crab claw.
Like, why? Take a look at my crab claw.
Take a look at my crab claw.
What is up, everybody? So, I just got done posting a 2-part Sandersides video last week. A lot of you know how much time went into making those videos. A lot of time goes into all of the Sandersides videos. They've become quite the staple on my channel, and I am so honored that all of you have taken to the Sandersides videos the way that you all have. It's so fun for me to do. And a lot of you have questions for me all the time as to how much actually goes into the Sandersides videos. What actually happens to create a Sandersides video? So I figured let's just create a whole video dedicated to your questions about how the Sandersides videos get made. But I cannot do that alone because I am helped by some very amazing friends that I love.
Surprise! We're in this video.
What are you doing with...
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Talon.
You're so tiny. And we are all here to take some of your questions that you guys may have. So using the hashtag FanderFinds, you all submitted a bunch of questions that you may have, and we are going to answer them now. Wow. Let's do this
Great,
thing.
so
I
in
spilled tea on
sync.
myself, and I don't know if it shows up on camera.
So Joan is now wearing Talon's shirt.
Yeah.
What originally sparked the idea for the Sandersides? It was actually last September. I still wasn't doing anything tangible with my YouTube channel. I was just inspired by what so many other people were doing. And so I was trying to figure out that bridge, and I knew a lot of people knew my characters that I just used in the tour, Ultimate Storytime Tour, and how I could bring them into YouTube. And I was like, maybe a good idea is to just do a video on my own personal identity, which is like where the first Sandersides video was like explaining my own personal identity through different facets of my one personality. And so I used the teacher character, the dad character, and the prince character from my vines and utilized them for one vlog. And I think that's important to note because a lot of people say personalities.
They're aspects of your one
of
personality.
my one personality.
You don't have dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah.
Dissociative.
Which I want to do a video about that
personality
specifically.
disorder. Yeah.
Just to kind of like bring that distinction. It's very much like an inside out situation.
They're
There's-
personifications of like certain traits you have.
Just like in Inside Out, they had a panel. We are like Inside Out, but instead of a panel, it's a debate.
Yeah.
You gave me a really good reference. Who did you say was like, this was a way of theater, which I didn't realize when we set up the video in the first place.
Plato.
Plato.
Yeah, a lot of his writing is dialogue based. He makes
Thought his name
points
was
by having
Plateau.
arguments and counter arguments. When they eventually
Was I getting that wrong the
arrive
entire
at
time?
whatever the conclusion is that Plato wanted to convey. They're all encompassing. That's why they have names now. They represent chunks of you.
Yes.
And the chunks are summed up in their names, but in a way that's less direct than morality.
Very well put. As soon as the dad character started demonstrating qualities of just emotion, the heart, the inner child, which is ironic because he's the dad, but also the child. We just needed to kind of like generalize them with the names.
Still capture the fact that they aren't human beings,
Right.
but are more broad, so that
They're
you can
more
put
broad.
more on them.
Kristen asked, how did you come up with the names?
Hashtag Vandersfinds.
Nope.
I'd really like to
Hashtag
know this
Vanderfun.
too.
Hashtag Vanderfoons.
Nope. Okay. We're gonna work on that.
Hashtag
Nope.
Finding Flanders.
Yes. Do
And then
you
there's
want to
also-
explain it chronologically?
Like how we got to each name?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Logan first because of Logos.
Ethos, logos, and pathos are Aristotle's ingredients for persuasion, otherwise known as appeals. Logos is appealing to logic. We were pretty sure with Logan being the name for logic, it just made sense using the same LOG. There was still some questions on like what would define morality.
Morality was very much
specifically.
emotional appeals, so we gave him pathos.
And it worked out because also PAT, paternity,
Yeah.
paternal, patriarch. For Princey, we decided to deviate from that.
I felt like Logos and Pathos works because those two are a dichotomy. Roman is based off of romanticism, which is cool because it's also linked with individual, the subjective, the irrational, the imaginative, the spontaneous. And a romantic person is someone who's like really fanciful. There was the romantic movement. A lot of romantic literary works revolve around knights.
Yeah. So the one we had the toughest
With
time
katanas.
with was
Knights with
Anxiety.
katanas.
We also wanted it to be different different.
Yeah. I wanted it to fit with Roman somewhat.
After much searching, because I really liked a name starting with the letter V. We found Virgil. I have no idea how we stumbled upon it, but I looked up the definition.
Latin origin of unknown meaning.
Of unknown meaning, but it is theorized to be deviated from vigil.
Yes.
Vigil, vigilance, that's great.
There was a Roman poet named Virgil.
Yes.
And on top of that, that character pops up in Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
And he
As a
escorts
guide.
he escorts Dante through the underworld.
Yeah.
So we were like, that's the one. And it has just a little essence of a nerdy name.
That was actually
nice.
some people theorized about. I think it'll be a name he's embarrassed about.
Yes. And I liked that.
Yeah, it's funny the idea of his persona giving people anxiety because it's just basically my sisters in high school.
Who was acting as you in the kitchen for part 1 of Accepting Anxiety?
Thomas was Thomas.
That was me. And that was a split screen effect performed by mainly Talon.
Mainly Talon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you worked on all of the color levels for Anxiety's
Yeah,
room.
that was fun. I liked that.
They did a good job with the special effects, and they also helped with the clock. We basically took actual footage of that clock that was on the wall, wound it a full 360 degrees, and then they took that footage and then filtered it.
Worked our magic.
I had no idea you could actually do that because the
Yeah.
light was reflecting on the glass. How long did that take you guys to like make that?
Hours.
That was
Wild.
Very much.
Well, people liked the clock.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I got this
Nice
question
little
from
detailed
Katie.
ad on
What
there.
kind of camera do you use to film your videos, and what other equipment do you use? You're the best too, Katie. Thank you. That's also a nice addition. I use a Canon EOS 70D, and it's a Canon zoom lens EFS 18 to 135 millimeter. This is fascinating.
I think it's fascinating.
Yes? Okay, good. I'm just reading off the lens. And then it's a Rode microphone that's on top. The tripod is a Manfrotto MH804-3W. There's
That is
two
completely different from my
light
setup
thingies.
in so many
ProMaster
ways.
lights, which I feel like is redundant. I'm a pro master.
I'm a pro master expert.
Do you do your own eyeshadow for Virgil, or do Joan and Talon do it? This was by Katie. Usually, I will do it. For the longest time, I took a little eyeliner pencil, and I just drew under my eyes a lot, and then just took a finger and just smudged it. Ever since Anxiety's origin, which was actually in Lily Sings or Superwoman's house, and that became the habit. But for the most recent video in Anxiety's room, we knew we wanted to apply the eyeliner gradually the longer the characters were in the room.
I used eyeshadow.
So we used
Yeah.
eyeshadow, and Talon stepped in to help because Talon, you may notice, Talon has a way with facial accessorizing. Bam, 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 look at that gradient. Beautiful. Talon was very good about subtly applying that, and then Anxiety was just like, bam, super raccoon.
Winter Soldier.
People really liked the layering of Virgil's eyeshadow in the most recent video, so we might have to keep that.
Can you brag on Joan and Talon some more? I want to hear more about what they do for Sanders' side.
They do so much. That was one of the reasons why I was like, we do need to do this video. I love all the support that I've been given, but I'm always like trying to really emphasize how much credit it needs to be given where it's due, because you guys are up till like late nights with me making these videos happen. If you guys watched any of the Snapchats, we did so many late night Walmart shopping for props, and then they spent the whole day and night redecorating the apartment, making props. What did you do for the lights up there? You got plastic covering and a bunch of purple marker.
And then smushed it together before the purple marker evaporated.
Yes, and then taped it to the lights to give everything a
Just to give
purple
it a different
tinge.
tone.
Talon made a whole laptop prop. That was Talon.
But you did the throwing.
And then Joan threw it at my head, and every time that was thrown at my head, Joan freaked out because they thought they actually hurt me.
Oh,
Wow, that sure hurt.
Did it hurt?
Oh, bad actually. Ow, that hurt.
It looks like it hurts.
Oh my goodness, that hurt. Oh no, you're fine. Was that like a bird out that window?
I thought you were getting hurt too.
Joan standing by the script the whole night, reading lines to me, telling me different ways I can deliver it. Not only that, but they are responsible for some of the funny lines that you guys take from each video.
Or some of the storylines that play out.
Yes, Joan's just like, trust me.
Doing a part 1 and part 2 is something I talked to you a lot about
You
doing.
did. And again, I was very nervous because I was like, how are people going to respond?
When we were filming it, you're still like, will it work as a part 1 and part 2? I
That's
guess
what
it's
it
hard
is.
because it's so much resting on your back. You have to deliver the performance on all fronts.
Joan loves adding lines to Logan.
Selena like a persicum.
Oh yeah, okay. Fun, fascinating. Tomato, Selenum like a persicum. The scientific term for tomato. Okay.
You say tomato,
I say Selenum like a persicum. I'm probably gonna brag about them a lot more in this video, so just stay tuned. Who's Talon's and Thomas's favorite characters? I think we know Joan's is Logan. Well,
Mine's Logan.
yeah.
After some of the recent work
course.
we've done with anxiety, he's growing on me.
Okay, so Talon, what is your favorite character?
Patton.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Patton.
Puppies and kitties and dad jokes.
You said you have them ranked.
Patton, logic, anxiety, prince. It's not the prince is bad.
I mean,
Mine's
he's a bit of
Patton.
an egoist.
I mean, I like his
Virgil.
scream.
Oh my goodness, you guys, nice
Logan
scream,
and
but that's
Roman.
Talon.
Yes, I put Roman
Scream
last
alert.
because
Oh my
Logan's pretty cool.
Sorry.
I don't know. My favorite character to play is Anxiety, just because it's at the end of the night. I think I have the most fun with the character of Patton. But I mean, I also get to be really extra as the prince.
I love watching you be the prince.
He also, I feel, is starting to be any bit of what people would normally classify as my femininity, like what society would deem to be feminine. And so that's where that comes out.
Logan is
I
your
don't-
least favorite.
Only because of how much he talks, but he's important. Kimber asked, do you do lots of research to get Logan's lines accurate, or are you just really hecking smart? We do a lot of
It
research.
depends on the video,
If
or
we
sometimes
are
it's just
going
a
to-
quick Google search, like what's the scientific
No.
name for a tomato?
If we're gonna talk about anything to that extent of knowledge, we want to at least
We
looking
don't want to
like
come
doing
from
the
a point where
research.
we're like, we feel like
We
this.
feel like this. You guys also were a great source for the anxiety videos because you both deal with heightened anxiety and panic attacks. You gave me the advice on the
breathing.
breathing exercise.
It helps.
You mentioned the possibility of there being more Sandersides. Do you plan on introducing us to them in the future? Yes.
Yeah.
That's a safe bet. And I think a lot of people were confused as to whether it was just Prince who knew about them and not the other sides. The other sides know about them. I think it's notable that anxiety comes in later and slowly becomes a part of the group because Thomas becomes more comfortable about accepting anxiety as a part of himself. How did it feel to play Thomas's sides, Talon and Joan?
I loved playing Patton. I loved playing Patton.
I did
I
not
love
give
playing
you
that.
enough time as Pat because I knew
man.
I wanted you to play Logan and I knew I wanted you to play Anxiety. Like I went to you two, I went to Terrence, and I went to Valerie, and all four of you knew exactly who you were going to play
Yeah.
before I even told you guys.
I really liked playing anxiety.
Oh, you did like
yeah,
playing
I mean,
Anxiety.
Patton and Anxiety are definitely two of my favorites to play. Logic, as a character, love him. Playing him, not so much.
I found too when I was playing him, it's a tough balance to get right.
That one line, the unspoken
Well, it's not
line.
like
The unspoken line, are you referring to Vettel Mike?
that on my.
Cat, Vettel Mike, Vettel Mike,
Vettel Mike.
Vettel Mike, Cat, Vettel Mike.
Well, you did a bang up
Yeah,
job.
you did a great job.
Oh, good.
How much editing goes into one video?
Which one?
Yes, I love you so much. I love you so much too. Well, for the most part, I guess on average for a Sandersides video, if I'm starting and do not stop, I would say a good solid 12 hours,
12 hours?
goes into editing. The anxiety one, if I was doing that myself and didn't have you guys to help me,
If you were
no
doing that one
question that would have
yourself,
been a long.
A lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have been in.
It wouldn't have been in the video. You're right. You do an amazing job with eye lines cutting to the different characters. Do you have your friends stand in to maintain? I don't. I don't have other people stand there. It's just, it was a matter of just practice, knowing where the other me's will be.
Like,
It's an
get right.
important thing. Sightlines
like,
are, it
clearly.
helps for realism. Do you film all the lines for one side at once, then move on to another? Which side do you usually film first? That's a good question. We try to film all of one character all at once, unless there's just no way to do that. And then there is a specific order. Literally, I do all the characters from highest order of energy needed for the character down to the lowest. Starts with Thomas first. We then
Smart.
go to Prince, do all Prince, then Dad, and then Logic, and then we end with Anxiety, because at that point, the level of bitterness and fatigue really contributes to the
A few
character.
frustrating things probably happened during filming.
Most
at that
likely.
point.
Then by the time I'm finished with that vlog, I'm like, good. How long?
Does it take to film an episode of Sandersides normally? I love you more than life, lol.
Oh, I love you too. Who's that, Jenna?
Yeah.
Jenna, I love you too. It can take a long time.
I think the longest it's taken is probably like 3 different filming days.
3 different filming days. We're talking about the growing up video. Growing up took a long time. That video took a while because there were so many cutaways. Changes, I remember, took a whole day and a half straight through.
And it's tough because I'm there for all of it too.
And you are. Joan is literally there to say, all right, let's move on. And even when Joan is there to say, all right, let's move on, I usually do one or
least one
3,
more.
at least one more.
Okay, well, Patton definitely seems to be doing okay. How about you, Roman? Okay, well, Patton definitely seems to be doing okay. How about you, Roman?
But it's at least like helpful for Joan to be there to be like, I liked that take.
How long does it take to make a script?
We've had scripts that have taken like a day to make. There have been scripts that we've rushed to make because we need to get filming, and then those get fleshed out as we film. Then there are scripts that take days. Like the Anxiety one, we knew we were working towards, so we really wanted that one to be good.
We have a script that we've probably revised. Even still, when we're recording, we'll come across lines, and then you or me will be like, is there a better way to say that? Like, is there a more efficient way to say that, or is there a funnier way to say that?
We zhuzh it up a bit.
That's right.
A good example that people seem to respond to in part 1 was the flames on the side of my face. Flames on the side of my face. Flames?
Or
with
E
something-
equals MC scared.
Nikola Tesla.
Oh my gosh. E equals MC squared.
Haha.
Equals MC scared.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I hate you.
Usually the take
I
I
hate
go
you
with is
so
the one that
much.
makes them laugh off camera. What was your and Joan's fave Sandersides video? My favorite was Changes, just because I got to direct you guys and see how you guys acted as the different characters. That was an absolute blast.
I think mine are originality
The originality was good.
and accepting anxiety part 1 and 2. They have a special place in my heart. Oh, also the Valentine's Day episode, because that was the first one I wrote with you.
Where did Patton learn to draw? I need to know the secrets.
Talon made the card.
Talon made the card. If you actually had me draw it, art skills really aren't my strong point. I probably would have been even worse.
I tried to make it cute, but I feel like Prince's face is real
Nah,
weird.
I think it was real
It
cute.
was perfect.
I think that was a great card. I think you did a great job.
That was all Talon.
No hate on the current outfits, but will the side clothes change one day?
That is a good question because that is gonna happen. But just like a little bit of an update.
Yeah.
When are you gonna show the others' rooms? That definitely will be happening. We already
Ooh,
have
that is a
ideas
great
on,
question.
Like, what the other rooms will be. It's down the road. It's whenever the situation calls for it. And same thing with anything else that we hinted. I'm just excited about what is around the riverbed.
I know, I'm so excited for some of this stuff.
We've got some good ideas. We needed to get past Anxiety's redemption arc first before getting to this part.
We have some plot lines that have been unlocked.
Yes.
Oh, it's like a video game.
It's like a video game. So I'm excited about it. I hope that was an enlightening video for you all. Thank you so much, Joan and Talon, for being here because you all play such a huge part. I can't express enough how much we owe them for the videos to be made in the first place. Thank you both
Thank you.
so
Thank
much.
you, Thomas.
Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much to Joan and Talon for being a part of it.
You're welcome.
If you're interested in my previous videos, click over here. If you're new to the channel and would like to subscribe, click down here. And if you're interested in becoming featured Vander, click down here. That's it, and until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out!
All my buns are being punched.
Punching your buns.
Punching your buns, yeah, we're punching your buns. Gonna punch your bun just for fun.
That's not how the song goes.
What song?
Punching
It's
your
Adventure Time.
buns.
For Adventure Time.
Oh, I don't know what the you're talking about.
How can you not know that song? That is the best song ever made. I'm not going to sing it for copyright reasons, but yeah. To be honest, the part I'm most excited about is seeing the other's room. Because like a room could tell you a lot about a person. On the specs of what's on their wall, what photos are on their wall, if they usually keep it clean or not, what's inside, like a deck of cards or headphones or swords. Looking inside someone's room could tell you a lot about that person. For me, as I look around, I see just so much randomness. There's a Halo 3 poster, a Happy Days Diner poster with 3 vintage cars in front of it, half a Spider-Man puzzle, Steven Universe picture that my sister drew me for my birthday, a cross, pinwheel hat, VR glasses, a bottle of water that is set on a shelf to not be drank ever. That's for the nightmares. I'm not going to go into that. And just chains out the wazoo here. Why so many chains? I got really bored when I was little and it preoccupied my time. Was it worth it? Frick yeah, they're awesome. There's so many other things I keep in my shelves, like the gumball machine, I don't have a lava lamp. That's not a lava lamp. My speaker, my water speaker that broke because it's a cheap, stupid thing. Yeah, it's cool and all, but I broke it. It was just, I was putting in the freaking charger port and it just snapped in itself and it's so stupid. I also have an old school lantern, a ball, a glow-in-the-dark football that I never took out of its packaging, a yo-yo, a candle, more candles, a flower, picture of me when I was little, a small Bible, and yeah, just a whole lot of randomness in my room. I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I'll give you guys a room tour one day, but I feel a little bit too self-conscious about that. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you guys want to see more videos, or if you have any reaction requests, feel free to leave down in the comment section below, or you can go check out my Instagram, JerryBearYT. There'll be a link to that in the description down below as well. And yeah. Oh, before I forget, the video, link, description, as well, above Instagram. The link to this video will be above my Instagram link, so there's that. Also, there'll be names in it. Don't worry, there'll be names in there. Okay, I'm done. I can't talk. See you guys later.